Hey everybody, I'm Josh, and welcome to another episode of Just Saying. Thank you. On the show today, join me as we talk about that time in everyone's life that everyone says should be the best time of your life. Sit back and relax because I got a lot to say. That's right, everybody. We are talking about high school this week. It is August, which is back to school month. Every child's favorite time of the year. Don't lie. You all love it. Anyway. So on the show today, we're going to focus on high school with some bad pictures. Bad pictures. Let's go ahead and I have a lot to talk about in my host chat. So let's go ahead and get that going. First of all, I have a small schedule change. Last week I told you guys that this week I was going to do my take on like my high school life and blah 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 blah. Well, I didn't. It's not for this week. It's next week. But I did promise you guys a picture of me as a kid, and I want to at least fulfill one promise that in 6 seasons. So I'm going to now show you the picture of me as a kid. Now there's a little story to this picture as to why I'm showing you this picture. This is one of my all-time favorite school pictures. I don't know why, it just cracks me up every time I see it. I have it popped up right now over on my transition screen, and I'm trying not to laugh because it's just one of those doing. I'm a total doing. I'm a dork pictures. So just a couple weeks ago, I was at my mom's house. We had family in town, and I was sitting there, and she's got like a display case, and at the bottom, it's a glass door, and it's our baby pictures in there. And sitting right on the shelf, out of the book, right next to the book, is this picture. And I was looking for this picture to show you guys, and could not find it anywhere, which is honestly why it's still not written. But because I have to replace it. Anyway, so this is the actual picture that I was going to show you guys. It's one of my favorite school pictures, and you'll totally see how and why I'm a dork today. That's me. Wasn't I cute? What happened? I was a cutie. What is up with that hair? That was the famous bowl cut. Well, literally, they would put a bowl on your head and cut around it. And then trim the top. What happened? I was so cute. Anyway. So, there is my baby picture. Well, not baby picture, but I will have more pictures for you next week, though. But that's just my favorite one. Told you about the schedule changed. So one more quick thing. Please click that subscribe button right now. For every subscriber I get this season, I'm donating $1 to Toys for Tots, up to $100. If I get 28 subscribers, I started with 28. My personal goal is to get a total of 100, and I will take note of all the new subscribers, and one of them will win $100 at the end of the season, end of season 7, during my live show. Also, I'm giving away up to $100. So if I have a total of 128 subscribers, that's fine. I just saw it ending at like 72. Was weird. So I just rounded up. Anyway, also follow me on TikTok because that is where I give my weekly updates on the subscription challenge. Obviously, I can't do it here because I filmed so far in advance. But I will say I'm donating money already. And so let's keep it going. All it takes is just to click that subscribe button and never watch my show again. Just subscribe. And let's help some kids have a good Christmas this year, as I will donate the money to Toys for Tots. So, now we are down to my new favorite sketch. So, I started this last week after I just sadly told you that I can't find Gatorade anywhere. And I thought I would keep it going. It's time to play What is Josh Drinking? So, I am a connoisseur of water. Or, I'm sorry, of lemonade. My favorite lemonade is Country Time. And I don't, if someone else makes lemonade, like if I'm at somebody's house and they offer me lemonade, I am very hesitant to take it because people either serve it way watered down and not put enough powder in, or they put too much powder in and it's like overwhelming. And then sometimes you drink it and it's just like total lip puckering. And you don't want to do that because it's an insult. They always say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, is it too sour?" I kind of like it sour. Just a little sourness with a little bit of tart. And I'm weird about my lemonade. Like I said, normally I have a pitcher of lemonade, or a pitcher of lemonade that I'll make, and I just follow the instructions, and it's perfect. I've done different ones of these, like different flavors of these, like the Kool-Aid brand for grape and like blue raspberry and stuff like that. But I've never done a lemonade because I'm afraid that it's not going to be right. And so for the first time right now, I'm going to make this and we're going to try it and see what it's like. I only have a 6-pack of these and a 6-pack of these. That's water. And so I can't do many takes. Oof. There's the lemonade, little lemonade poof. Alright, I'm totally going to get this all over my desk. Ooh, sweet. Alright, these lids always scare me, so. And I want to give another quick plug, real quick. I found these. This goes back to when I lived in Bloomington with my sister for a couple of years, or for a little bit, a couple of years ago, and I found these metal straws, and they're made out of recycled material. It was for charity, and it keeps because it's metal and there's ice in there, it keeps your drink colder as you drink it instead of with, you know what I mean. Okay, so I went to the local Dollar General. There was an 8-pack for like $5, I think. So I got them. They're my new favorite thing. Anyway, okay, so lemonade is made. I'm really nervous because I am so picky about my lemonade. It's actually really good. I give it a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 100. I give it a 5 out of 5. It's really good. Either that or I just know how to make my lemonade. Anyway, it's lemonade. How hard could it be? You pour it, you shake it, you drink it. That totally looks bad. We're just going to move on. It's time for another cheesy monologue. Like I said at the beginning of the month, I just lost my program. Here we go. Like I said at the beginning of the month, I went to latenightlol.com and in the search bar typed in school. So while all outdated, all the jokes this month will have something to do with school because there was over 400 of them. So without further ado, hold on tight. Here we go. College students are out of town for spring break. This is the time of year where students take well-deserved break from partying and drinking at school to partying and drinking not at school. PETA, the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, is upset at Chris Christie for killing a spider in front of a group of students. Governor Christie said, if that's what they're if PETA's upset by that, they don't want to know what I had for lunch. No one does, really. Here's this week's point to ponder. Try to live every day like Elle Woods after Warner told her she was too dumb to get into college. Which means to work hard. Go for what you want to go for. A new survey found that 80% of high school seniors are less than proficient in U.S. history. Not me. In fact, I remember I did a 10-page paper on my favorite president, George Jefferson. My favorite. It's time now for my joke of the week. The other day, more than 40 high school and college teams went to New York City to compete in the 4th annual Quidditch tournament. It's been 4 years and not a single injury or player has been laid. In Chicago today, 26,000 public school teachers went on strike, the first teacher strike they've had in 25 years. Teachers are calling it a last resort. City officials say that it's unnecessary and wrong, and students are calling it awesome! On the Today Show, President Obama said he supports having a longer school year. In response, Sasha and Malia announced they support Sarah Palin. That was a lot of S's. Okay, moving along. There's controversy in Texas because a high school American history book refers to African slaves as quote-unquote immigrant workers. The same book also referred to Cherokee Indians as ancestral casino owners. I can't say that word. Ancestral. See, I say it right now. And put it back in the joke, and I can't say it again. Here's proof. There's controversy in Texas because a high school American history book refers to African slaves as quote-unquote immigrant workers. The same book also referred to Cherokee Indians as ancestral casino owners. Oh, I did it. I know. Hey, I admit when I'm wrong, okay? In the Wisconsin primary, Ted Cruz beat Donald Trump in Trump's key demographic, voters with only a high school degree. This was due to Ted Cruz's new campaign slogan, "Let's blow off algebra and get high." I would have voted for him then. And finally, a kindergarten teacher in Florida was arrested after trafficking oxycodone. Other teachers became suspicious when she had the only class in school with a 6-hour nap time. Even she was napping from the partying of the night before. So as I said, we are going to take a look at the wonderful life that is high school. And the first thing, when you think back about high school, the first thing that pops to mind is the senior pictures. So we're going to take a look at some not so should have been chosen senior pictures in this week's edition of Funny Photos.
Drop it.
This first one, I'm assuming in the 80s during glamour shots. And I don't understand why the person in the picture is not highlighted, but the cat is. Don't know. Next up. I don't know if there is even a joke I can make about this. When I found this picture, I seriously sat and looked at it for like I said last week, normally I don't write my jokes, but like while I'm looking at the picture, something funny might just spark and I'll kind of jot it down. But I can't for this one. And I normally think of my funniest stuff on my feet at the time live, and I can't. So please send me your jokes about this. I'm speechless on a joke about that. As horrible as the picture is, there's no joke I can make about it because it's so horrible. This next one, though I personally enjoy the picture, I don't understand how this could be your senior picture or why the school would even allow you to put it in the book. Hey. Why do they think it's so cool? It's clearly not. Or you wouldn't be on my show. Like this guy, who, again, I cannot, for the life of me, this is probably the most boring segment I've ever done, because I'm just showing you pictures, because these pictures are so bad. I can't even think of a joke for them. Like this one. this one is not such a bad picture. But in some high schools, around the senior picture area, they'll ask them for the senior quote or their memory about being in high school or something like that. For some reason, this kid thought it would be... You don't have to be honest. You could have made something up. But no, I firmly believe that this really was for him. And I believe that this was what happened. At the bottom of the picture, it says, "I never had a girlfriend." Is that something... Excuse me. Is that something you really want everyone to remember about you? I mean, of course, obviously, you'll remember that happened to you. But do you want that to be everyone's memory about you? Again, make your jokes. I don't get it. I don't understand what was going through these people's heads. Now, this picture is actually not bad, but just not the one I would have chosen to put in a yearbook because your face is blurred out. Because you're trying to highlight the small, teeny, tiny picture. Really? Hey. And this next one, again, I don't understand why the school would allow, even though it is a great picture, why the school would allow this to be their senior picture. Mud football? Rugby? Really? I highly doubt your high school has a mud hockey team or mud football team. And finally, this is my personal favorite. I think this guy in this picture was trying to tell everyone something without telling them something. Can you pick out his message? Did the rainbow give it away? Are we not supposed to tell anybody? If we're not supposed to tell anybody, why are you posing like that? I'm only showing the entire high school, but don't tell anybody. Oy. So, the next segment we're going to talk about today, I honestly, is going to be... So, when I was in high school... You'd go up, when a certain prom came around, you'd go up to a girl and you'd say, "Do you want to go to prom with me?" Well, now it's as big as proposals, and they actually call them promposals. And it's time to look at some promposal fails. In this week's edition of Oops. I forgot that I had a new intro for that, and it's even funnier than that one. So, sorry. You got the old one. Okay. This is just creepy in itself. Altogether. That you would make a dummy, a mannequin of the person you're asking to prom and put them in their own bathtub. And then lay chicken nuggets around them and put, "Will you be my chicken to you... Will you be the chicken to my nugget at prom?" Really? This next one is the funny one. One of the funniest I think I found. And I'm not quite so sure that the girl is happy about it because she knows her dad's going to see it. And the sign says, "Will you go to homecoming with me so I'm not alone at home coming?" You almost have to say yes. This next one is kind of good. It must be an inside joke between them, but it says, "I hate everyone, you hate everyone, let's hate everyone together at prom." Now this one, I'm going to show you the sign. Okay? It's actually a very clever sign, but Okay, so here's the sign. It's a very clever sign. It says, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, "I'm just sayin, you should Goku prom with me." Now I don't have ESP. I don't even have ESPN. I cannot read minds, but I'm assuming I'm assuming it didn't work out, being where this poster is. I don't think they said yes. Just a couple signs. This next one's kind of cute. I'm gay, you're gay, prom anyway? Sure, why not? This next one must be, again, an inside joke, but it's a cute one because it has a baby goat. I guess it's a kid. I don't know. Luke, we would be bad without you, so will you goat with me? Okay, I get the punniness. This guy. Now, I give him an A for effort. But I give him an F because I have a feeling the dad was super, super pissed and wouldn't let his daughter go. Why? Because he burned prom into his grass. Not something I would do, but whatever. This next one, it's kind of big. I hope I'm not too forward. You're just so striking, but my goal is to kick it with you at prom. It's kind of cute. It took some effort. Here's the next one. This kid must have had heart surgery or something. I don't know. Dixie, the surgery was rough. I don't think my heart could take it if you'd said no, will you go to prom with me? I hope that's what it says. But it's cute. This one, okay. I saved the best for last. I don't know. I would love to have been a fly on the wall when the father found out that this is how his daughter was asked to prom. Or more so forced to go to prom with this guy because, as the sign says, he's not going to put any clothes on unless she goes to prom with him. So, was that kidnapping? I don't know. The next thing we're going to take a look at, one of the things you look back and you remember about high school is your term paper. It was such a big thing, you dreaded it the first 3 years because it was a senior thing. You'd have to have 30 sources and cite them throughout the paper and write it while using the information, but not quoting the information without officially quoting the information. It was just a lot of stress and a lot of work. And you always had to pick a topic that was a hot topic at the time. For example, when HIV was, my sisters did them on HIV because that was big then. Or I think I did mine on voting or something like that. But anyway, my point is, you pick something that's kind of about the time. Because you also, not only do you have to be able to find so many sources that say what you're trying to say, but you have to fit so many pages and or so many words. You don't know how many times there were when I was writing a paper that had to be so many words, and I'd throw in extra ands and thes and because or ors or nors just to get the extra word. Never grammatically correct, but it met the number of word criteria. Anyway, so I was Googling online, and I thought, you know what? Let's just look for some ridiculous term paper topics, and I found a list of 30 of them. The link will be in the description below, so it's time for my favorite 10 in this week's edition of The 10. As far as I understand from the website, these are actual term papers turned in you would not believe. But they're true. And I will put the link in the description below so I can prove you wrong. Because they're all real. Number 10. Ovulation, a lap dancer's secret weapon. You'd have to do a lot of research on that, guys. Number 9. Which can jump higher, the flea from a dog or the flea from a cat? I would have to say dog, because most dogs are tall. And so if they're jumping up from the ground to the dog, they have to jump higher. So I would say the flea's from a dog. That's my answer. And it didn't take 10 pages. Number 8. Wet underwear, not comfortable. Who are you going to cite? And I don't want to see the site. Well, maybe I do. We'll have to see. Number 7. The unhidden dangers of sword swallowing. There are dangers? You mean those blades are real? Seriously. Number 6. I've studied this word and I rehearsed this word and I get it wrong. The propulsion parameters of penguin poop. What? Clearly I can't pronounce propulsion, let alone know what it means. Number 5. The rectal route of curing hiccups. No thank you, I'll live with hiccups. Seriously. Number 4. The effects of cocaine on bees. Because that's what I want to spend money on with my government, is figuring out the effect of cocaine on bees. That's your government at work funding those studies. Number 3. The possibility of unicorns. I can go with that one. You know, the Sasquatch, Yeti, the Loch Ness Monster. All real. Santa Claus. All real. Number 2. Love and sex with robots. Okay. And the strangest, weirdest, funniest term paper topic I found online is flagellants as self-defense. Well, it's time to stop being stupid and really get your smart on, because now we're going to talk about college. So join me next week. Make sure to watch. I will have my little spiel ready. And more pictures of me. And drink some more of my lemonade. Believe it or not, I talk a lot on this show. So, anyway, man, that's getting sour. But I love it. So be sure to tune in next week as we cover the college years and how some people are using them for good and not so good. Let's just say I better not get anyone saying, hey, that was me. Because you're probably too embarrassed to admit it. Anyway, but if you think there's something funny I should see and share on the show, be sure to send it to me. That's a lot of there's my social medias. Be sure to, again, follow me on TikTok. On my TikTok, I have my live taser verses. I have behind the scenes looks. I'm getting ready to post a new competition that I'm going to give an award on my birthday show to somebody that I'm only announcing. You'll only know about it when you follow me on TikTok. And I will also update you on my subscription challenge, which reminds me, if you would all please just take 1 second and click that subscribe button. You can click the like and the notification button if you want, but definitely click that subscribe button so that we can give $1 to Toys for Tots, so we can make some kids have a good Christmas this year, in such a weird year that we've had, trying to recover from everything. So, while at the same time falling again. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. Until next time, everybody, when we cover the college years that some of you probably don't even remember, and will email me in saying, hey, that was me. I don't remember it, but that was me. That was me typing. I don't know. Just be sure to join me next week and click that subscribe button, please. Let's give some kids a good Christmas. Until then, everybody, please Again, click subscribe. But for now, that's all I'm saying.